everybody, I'm Tiffany Smith, and right now we are here at the TCL Chinese Theater, and I'm talking with Fandango FrontRunners host Dave Karger. It's award season, so let's talk about some of the movies that you're really excited about.
Well, the first one is the one that I think is most up your fangirl alley, which is Interstellar, the latest movie from Christopher Nolan, who directed Inception and all the Batman movies. It's such a great sci-fi epic with real emotion, too. So I think much in the way that Gravity got a lot of nominations last year, I think this one could as well. Another one I think that you're excited for is The Imitation Game, because it stars Benedict Cumberbatch, who
of course
everybody loves.
Yeah.
And this is a movie where he plays Alan Turing, the real-life code breaker in England from World War II, and it really delves into all of the challenges that he went through in his life. The film is great, and Benedict's performance is phenomenal.
And I love Matthew Good as well. I feel like he's an actor that gets a little bit underrated, and he has a great role in that film as well.
He's excellent in it. And then as far as Benedict is concerned, one of his main competitors in the Best Actor race is going to be Michael Keaton for Birdman, a movie you and I have both seen. And that's a film that also is going to get nominations across the board. I think Edward Norton, Emma Stone, the director Alejandro Giannardi should get nominated, and the movie as well. Such a cool kind of behind the scenes of the entertainment industry film.
Well, and so kind of spot on where you're talking about an actor who played a superhero at one point with Michael Keaton, and then also Ed Norton as well, because he played Hulk.
I know, it's a very delicious kind of coincidence there. It adds a nice little layer to the movie.
For sure.
On the opposite extreme as far as budgets are concerned is Boyhood, the Richard Linklater film that came out this summer.
Which we know was like your favorite of all time.
I do love it. It was my #2 favorite movie of the summer, which we learned. It's a great film that spans over a decade. You just really delve into these wonderful characters, so that's one to look out for. I'm also very curious about Unbroken, which is the movie that Angelina Jolie directed based on the very popular book by Laura Hillenbrand. And this is a huge World War II epic, inspirational story. Definitely seems to have the scope. I've seen about 15 minutes of it, and it looks very impressive.
And there's a lot of young male actors in this one that I think you should keep your eye on, like Garrett Hedlund, even Jai Courtney.
Yes, Jack O'Connell is the main actor who's being talked about as a possible Best Actor candidate as well. Also for Best Actor, Eddie Redmayne, one of our FrontRunners guests, for The Theory of Everything, where he plays Stephen Hawking, the brilliant physicist, and a great role and a risky role because Stephen Hawking, of course, has ALS. And to watch Eddie Redmayne take this character throughout all these decades of his life, including where he's not able-bodied anymore, is very, very riveting to see.
I've heard that it's just one of the best love stories that's been on film as well.
It's a beautiful story. A much darker story is Foxcatcher, another true story of these two Olympic wrestlers who develop a very uneasy friendship with a very rich scion of the DuPont family, and that man is played by Steve Carell.
So crazy.
Almost unrecognizable, a very dark movie, a dark performance by Steve Carell, but I think Steve Carell and Mark Ruffalo will both be nominated. Channing Tatum is also in the conversation, but Best Actor is such a crowded field this year that he might get squeezed out, which would be a shame.
I think when you look at that movie too, it's actors that are really stepping out of the box. For all of them, all three of those leads, you're like, these are new roles for them.
I think this is very much going to change the trajectory of Channing Tatum's career, particularly even if he doesn't get nominated, people are going to look at him very differently now. From earlier this year, I think the Oscar voters are going to remember The Grand Budapest Hotel, the great, funny Wes Anderson film with such a charming performance by Ralph Fiennes and a great cast all around, such cool visuals as Wes Anderson's movies always have. And then I'm going to end with two smaller films that people should be really looking out for. One is called Wild, which is the true story of this woman named Cheryl Strayed who decided to hike the entire Pacific coast of the United States. Reese Witherspoon plays her in an absolutely beautiful performance. It's one of my favorite films of the year. She's a definite Best Actress nominee. And then there's a great movie called Whiplash that a lot of people are talking about.
Definitely an indie film darling.
Oh yes, Miles Teller plays this really wonderful jazz drummer who has a very complicated relationship with his music teacher, played by J.K. Simmons, who is the front runner to win Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars and the Golden Globes. I think he will be a fixture throughout the award season. I think it's really Miles Teller's story, but then with this really rich, juicy, mean supporting character in there as well. It's an incredible performance by J.K. Simmons.
Well, I'm excited to see all of your FrontRunners interviews because you're talking to some of those huge actors throughout the process up until award season.
Yes.
So
it's such a fun show to put together, and I'm excited for people to see it.
Yay. Well, everybody, make sure you guys check out Fandango's FrontRunners with Dave Karger. I'm going to go run out and see all those movies right now so I'm prepared for the next time we chat.
See you soon.